we're actually going to be doing a movie review today. So we both watched The Owners, and we're going to be talking about it. Let's get into it. Starting scene when they were in the car. What was your first initial thoughts?
Wait, hold on. Spoilers. So if you would have watched
this is when you
just
don't.
Just,
yeah.
So, very first thing, it's a British movie, which I have nothing against British movies, but one of the little white dudes, what was his name?
His name is
Gaz. Yep. He was rapping, and it was horrible. And then, old dude in the back, skinny, ugly-looking dude with a big, huge nose, was, like, hyping him up, and I immediately hated him.
Wait. Nathan is the guy who was rapping. Gaz is the guy in the back.
Okay.
Just
so
names, references.
Nathan,
yeah,
rapping.
Yep.
Gaz is in the back, and I hated him and knew he was a piece of poop.
He was definitely a piece. But I'll tell you, when I first seen him, I was like, okay, he's like, more like rugged bad boy.
So ugly.
Yeah, but I was feeling his vibe a little bit. I was like, well, he obviously, because he has something to do with the movie, and I want to know who the villains are in the movie. So I'm like, I'm trying to see what he's talking about, So I kind of liked his vibe. I didn't like Terry in the beginning of the movie, and I didn't like Terry because he snitched. Like, I understand, like, the whole girlfriend thing, like, but he did. He told Nathan's girl where they were at, and she pulled up on her bike, and obviously
I was so surprised. They were on a stakeout.
Yeah,
case in a house that Terry had told them about, that because his mom cleans. It's some doctor's house, like older doctor, him and his wife. It's a really nice house. They have money, so
yep, that's where they were at. The older couple leaves. They proceed. The three dudes go in the house. They have Mary Jane be the lookout. And they're going to look for a safe.
Nathan makes Terry go down into the basement.
Yes, they find the safe there.
Which it was so weird because they're both grown men, and Nathan's like, "Come on, Terry, go downstairs."
It's scary. That's a big old house.
And
I'm saying.
That is where the safe was, and then that's when Mary.
They tried to break into the safe.
It's just Mary.
Very funnily, Mary.
Or no.
She has her tattoo. It says Mary Jane. I think she maybe just go by. Oh, okay, there you go.
Anyways,
they decided we're gonna wait for these old folks to come home. We're gonna rig them up, and we're gonna get this code out of them. So.
And Nathan and Terry assume that they just rough them up probably a little bit, scare them because they are an elderly couple, and then get the code. Ta-da! Money.
I don't really remember so much the transition. It was super fast. It was like they came home.
Well, no, they literally all chilled out. We're watching TV.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She was still outside. Nathan gets her to come inside, tries to do a little hanky-panky, and she's like, "Get off me."
Yeah, she
announces that she's pregnant.
Yep, she got a baby.
And then they come home. And Gaz just somehow had stockings, as in
like,
nylons.
Put one on. Like, I know it's you. I'm gonna see you and I'm gonna know.
Like, I don't understand that. Like, some stockings, yes. Like, I guess the thicker ones.
Yeah.
But these were like super thin. You could see their faces perfectly.
Like, bad, not. I will say though, like Mary saying that she's pregnant or whatever, Nathan was like super excited about it, and I feel like it gave him more of a will to like.
He wanted to do this to get money.
Yeah, to do it, to be like, okay, well now I need to do this for my family that's coming.
Which is essentially bad because most people would be like, oh well, I have a baby on the way, maybe I shouldn't do some shit like this. But to each their own.
The old couple comes home.
They literally were just like, Wah!
Yeah, they jumped on him immediately. Like,
old lady cut her hand on some type.
Yeah, she fell. I think.
What was it?
It was like a piece of glass.
From where?
It had to have been something that they knocked down because when they grabbed them hard. And like she fell on the ground, and when she fell, I think whatever she hit fell too.
Okay, because I didn't know she had something in her hand already, and it got broke, or
like when she went to like catch herself or whatever. That's when her hand got cut. So Richard, he's a doctor, and he's like, fix my wife's hand. So like they go to the cabinet or whatever. Mary's like, he kind of like is coercing her. He's like, you know, it's okay. I know you didn't mean to. And he's just like trying to take care of his wife. And you can kind of tell, like, in that moment, she was talking about the bees in a garden when, like, she's getting her hand clean, like, it stings like that. So that's, like, kind of...
I like bees.
Yeah, that's how you can kind of tell, like,
she's not all there.
Off with her. Richard is, like, acting... I don't know, it feels like from that point, it's like he's already coercing them. Like, he's
Dr.
very
Higgins?
smart. Yeah.
Oh,
Dr.
he's
Higgins,
manipulative.
Higgins, yeah. He's very, very...
Very manipulative.
Yeah, so I feel like that segues pretty much into the rest of the movie. He's like that the whole
yes, just
whole
he's
way.
very calm. There was very few instances where he lost his nerve.
Yeah, there's no point where he's like overly emotional.
Yeah. Like he does deeply care about his wife, but after they had them in the living room, they found some money, da-da-da-da-da. It was like 2,000 pounds. I don't know how much that is in American money, but whatever. It wasn't enough. Gaz was like, this is shit. Where's the safe? Dr. Higgins tried to say, you know, we don't have a safe. I don't know what you're talking about. Clearly, they were in the basement. They know. They take them down there. Mm-hmm. And that is when they start threatening Ellen.
Yep.
And Gaz was able to manipulate him into probably this whole entire thing. It was probably Gaz's idea.
No, yeah, definitely it was. So, like from the beginning, that off jump.
Then Mary Jane had went upstairs because she didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah,
and
she was freaking out.
Gaz had went after her. It was super rough. Like at first, I thought he was gonna do some real shady shit.
Her all the way down.
Yeah, like
maybe do some other things too. Yeah.
Yes. But so it went from that to boom, we're back downstairs, but Gaz and Mary are still upstairs. Mm-hmm. Then Dr. Higgins is like, you don't want to do this, and you shouldn't let him tell you what to do, and literally just getting into his head.
Up in that ear.
And then as soon as Gaz comes down with Mary, she was trying to call the cops, throws her, and he's like, if you want to cut her finger off so bad, you fucking do it. And that's when Gaz is like,
he pulled out that.
Well, shit. Someone's been talking to you. And he puts the gun under his chin and tells him, you cut her fucking finger.
That scene was pretty intense, though.
Yes.
I will say. I liked it. I was on the edge.
What happened?
I was like,
I didn't even expect it.
Yeah.
I thought
he was going to slice that finger. It was like he was...
Well, Nathan ended up getting on top of Gaz, and I was like, holy shit, like, he's got this. And then it was so quick. It was just like one quick movement. And I thought it went like this, but the box cutter... Somehow Gaz got it into his gut, and that was deep.
Yeah.
And I was just like, ugh.
It was intense. I did like that. Definitely, I like that struggle scene in the movie. Yeah. That was very, very good how they did that. What do you rate this movie out of a 10? If you had to rate it.
I hate when people ask me that because when it comes to horror movies, I haven't been scared of a movie since... I'm almost embarrassed to say it, but
it's okay.
The last movie that had me turning on all the lights in the house to go to like the kitchen or the bathroom was when they first came out with Paranormal Activity, because that was the first time that they did almost like a documentary type thing with real cameras, and it looked real. And that had me a little...
I can see that.
And the last time was with the TV show, The Haunting of Hill House. That one, I guess, the idea of ghosts can be a little more scary because that's the unknown.
Yeah.
To where crazy people killing other people, doing weird shit, that's not scary to me. It can be exciting. Sometimes, you know, it's thrilling. I like to watch stuff like that. Like, I love horror movies, but it wasn't scary. So it's hard to rate.
Okay, I would just say overall generalized movie, and then you can rate specifically it being scary too. We'll do it that way.
Okay, so generalized movie. That wasn't a bad movie. I'd say at least maybe a 5, like out of 10. It's not something I would just watch again.
Yeah, I would,
maybe a 6.
not gonna lie. I would give it a 4. I know that I wouldn't watch it again.
I don't feel bad for my 5 now.
Yeah, I know that I wouldn't watch it again. They took too long on, I guess, the character, the psychology, and like the psychological character building. So like Mary's freaking out and Terry's
Useless.
like, you know, submissiveness and childlike behavior. Like, I wish that was more cut out, and I feel like it would have been better for me. I would have enjoyed it more. I would like to have them elaborate more on the scrapbook. And
if they would have gave a bigger history on what they did to
what
those
they actually did, because
other
you don't know.
girls.
Yeah.
You can
speculate.
put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
That they kidnapped them. They tried to make it work. It
And
didn't.
they made her name Kate because they had a daughter, and something was wrong with her. She came out deformed, or I don't know if she even came out stillborn. I don't know what happened.
No, she was alive. She lived. They showed a picture of her. She had like 2 crutches, so there was something wrong with her legs.
But they're like, this is our punishment, and like now I'm assuming whoever they take, they're making her.
Yeah,
Kate,
that's their replacement. Because they didn't talk a lot about her.
Yeah.
You just knew that she had a daughter.
And I would say that I would have liked them to specifically talk more about the actual, or like show more of like the
Flashbacks?
actual. Well, flashbacks. You know what? They didn't have any flashbacks.
No, I would have liked them to have it.
Yeah,
Because
I feel like that might have added, but honestly, it would have added to the story. Definitely like the scrapbook part. But the room, like the red room, like the actual safe,
yes.
like literally you get less than 30 seconds in the safe.
You see the safe twice in
like
the whole movie.
Not so
3
much
times.
like elaborate on the safe, but like the setup or what's in there. Like I was like, I want to know what's going on, like how they have their family dynamic, because like what do they do? Why is she chained up? Like, how do they treat her and, like, that type of thing? Like, I feel like if they went into that a little bit more, that would have helped with the psychology that they were trying to build. And it would have, like, solidified, like, I guess that's, like, the scary part of the movie for me. Or, like, the horror part is more so that. Just, like, what they actually do. Like, what the Huggins are capable of doing to someone.
I mean, when you have that type of medication readily available,
yeah, what are you doing?
It would be so easy just to take anybody at any time, really.
Right. So do they just keep her drugged up all the time then?
I believe she's been gone for quite some time.
So long.
By then, she's probably broken.
Yeah. I mean, she looked like
chained.
she was broken. Yeah.
She's literally like it was a shackle.
Yeah.
On her foot. So I mean,
they talk like one big happy family, and it's like I'm sure that they don't like they go and spend time with her and I'm sure they go do stuff with her. Like she has pigtails in her hair. Like I just want to know more about that. Like even if they showed like a scene like that where Mrs. Huggins was putting pigtails in her hair. Like you don't have to see her face or anything. Like literally just a shot of like
that would have
the
been a
creepy,
good idea.
Like the creepiness of like what is actually going on. Yeah.
Whose hair is she doing?
Whose hair is she doing? What's going on?
That would have actually been really
and it
good.
would have been in the red room. So it's like you would have seen red light. But yeah, I think that's it for me.
Not bad, but
4 out of 10.
5 out of 10.